Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. I thought it'd be fun to kick off our time together today with a Who Am I game.
All right.
To make it more interesting, we're going to have a battle. The guys versus the girls. All right, I need volunteers. We've got volunteers picked out. Can we have our volunteers up here?
And her.
All right, 3 girls up this way.
I'm trying to pick guys. I normally don't pick them.
3 guys this way. 3 guys this way. 1 more guy. We got 1 more guy? All right. We got 3 girls? Okay. Sorry guys, but the girls have all the easy questions. Okay? I'm going to ask you a question. And you're going to respond with the correct person's name. Audience, you're not allowed to help. So if you help, say if the boys blurt out a name, the girls get a point. If the girls blurt out a point, the boys get a name. So no help. Got it? You don't want to help the other team. Okay, let's get started. Ladies first. Easy question. Who is a quarterback known for retiring, then changing his mind repeatedly?
No helping. That's a hard. No helping.
I should have went up
Sorry, you got to go to the end of the line, and we'll just okay.
What was the answer?
The answer is Brett Favre. You would have got it. Okay. You ready for your easy question? Which American Girl doll story is set during the Great Depression? Not a clue. Kittredge. So far, we got 0 to 0. All right, next question. Who won the Indianapolis 500 in 2009? She doesn't look like she... not a clue. Helio Castroneves. He won it 3 times. Huh? No. All right. You might get this. Who is both an Olympic gymnast and a Dancing with the Stars champion? Not Michael Phelps. John Johnson. Which is a girl, not a guy. How come the girls get the guys' questions? I don't know. It's good me. All right. You might get this. Who won the most Olympic medals, gold medals, for swimming? You would have had it, Michael Phelps. All right. The boys got a question. We might get that one. Who is Miley Cyrus's television alter ego? Can't help him. Can't help him. Who is it? Hannah Montana. All right, you may sit down, guys. Those were kind of hard questions. I wouldn't have got most of them if the answer wasn't there. All right, that was great fun playing Who Am I? Especially.
Did you know that Jesus played a game of Who Am I with his disciples?
What? Jesus played Who Am I? Did you read that in the... Oh, sorry. I don't remember that. I can't say I remember that. Did you read that in the second chapter of Ask? Get that? Ask. Sounds like axe.
No, it's actually in the 16th chapter of Matthew. Why don't I open my Bible and get started? You can listen in so you can talk about it with your friends later, okay? Now, I know it sounds funny to think that Jesus played a version of Who Am I with his disciples, but he really did. He had some other important questions to ask, too. There are lots of questions in the Bible passage we're going to look at today, so listen carefully. We're actually going to, let's see, got to remember these. It's going to be who, what, when, how, and where. Is that the ones? You show those on the screen for us, please. Who, what, how, why, and when. Okay, so I just didn't have them in the right order. And the last one is this. Musical notes. There we go. All right, lovely. So let's begin. Today we're going to take a closer look actually, at Matthew chapter 16, verses 13 through 17. That's just 5 short verses, but a lot of interesting stuff goes on that will help each of us as we learn more about taking a disciplined approach to knowing God better. Now the passage begins with a question Jesus asked his disciples. Do people say I am? Now listen to how they responded. They replied, some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah. Still others say Jeremiah or one of the prophets. Now let's stop for a second and think about what happened in that passage. First, there was Jesus' question. Who do you say I am? Why do you suppose Jesus asked the question? What was Jesus getting at? Now, I think that perhaps Jesus asked this question for a couple of reasons. First, I think that by posing the question, Jesus was reassuring the disciples and us that it is okay to have questions about him. Now, it's okay to have questions and then seek answers from knowledgeable sources as well. It's okay to wonder about stuff that's in the Bible because the Bible will withstand any questions you may have and will ultimately be proven to be God's inspired word. It's also okay to ask questions about God because God, as the creator of the universe, is big enough to handle your questions and ultimately be found to be the one true living God. And it's okay to ask, is Jesus, because regardless of what kind of questioning process that you submit his identity to, he will ultimately be found to be God's Son, who died on the cross to save you and me from our sin. And you know what? That's pretty big news. So first and foremost, I think Jesus posed the question to his disciples to reassure them that it is okay to have questions and then seek the answers.